Good morning and welcome back to the Keeping Cows Moving YouTube channel. Today we trim a hoof with a huge cavity in it, and if we leave this untreated, she's going to be in a world of bother. So let's get into this video and let's see what is up with this cow's hoof. Let's go. Let's get this hoof washed off and let's try and work out exactly what we are dealing with in this front toe. So this cow came in the chute looking incredibly uncomfortable on this front left hoof. And as you can see by the way she's just moving her hoof around ever so slightly, she is not 100% sure what we're about to do with it and is not exactly happy. And that is why she's just druddering it around. She's just getting used to us running the grinder around it. And now you can see she's just settled down and she is much more chilled. But you can see there's a little black spot just starting to appear right here. We can clearly see where this issue is, so we're going to get in there with the knife as we've thinned it, hopefully enough to go in there with an ever so sharp knife, but turns out not quite enough, so we're going to thin it that little bit more. It just makes it more comfortable on the cow really, because it's so detached. As soon as we put pressure on with the knife, she can really feel it on the corium, and as soon as they show any signs of discomfort, instantly try and change my tactic, because I want to make sure these gals are as comfortable as they possibly can be while they're in my chute. So let's Hoof Grip Pro on a shoe and let's see if we can trim out even more of this detached horn.
How many are left in behind, Will?
10 left total.
So we've started to trim away at the back of the heel. There was a very obvious fracture back here. So the issue had come in on this black spot that I'm trimming right now. The infection had got in, it got into the corium, and it had separated the hoof and the sole from the corium, and it had just tracked its way up, found its easiest route out, which 9 times out of 10 is the heel. Sometimes it will track all the way up the white line, but it tends to be an easier route for it to track up and cause a fracture, which is what this is going to have caused. So let's see just how much has come away from this hoof.
God, it's quite a big hole in this foot, you know?
So there is clearly an issue in this hoof. This huge hole, as I'll explain a little bit later in this video when we're walking around the farm, is caused by a lot of turning, a lot of sharp turns. It causes separation between the white line and the sole horn. So if we look at the chute and imagine this is a sole, this is a white line, and when they're turning, it causes separation between the white line and the sole, which in turn causes these massive issues. So on this farm, they have a little set to go into the parlour. I think they knock quite a lot going in there. We have worked on various different issues to fix it. We are now putting rubber down. That should make a massive difference. But the turning, the knocking, sort of like pulling their foot apart as I've just shown, causes these rather big issues. So let's get back into this video. Let's see if there's anything else we find in this hoof. Let's go.
You just woke up? Bloody well look like you were. What time is it?
As early as possible. I used to love staying up late when I was a boy, now I can't wait to go to bed.
Have you ever been good at staying up? Unless
sit in the tractor all night if I have to. Carry on working, but if I'm like this evening, I'll go home, I'll be in bed by 8:30. Like, we'll be fully in bed by 8:30, hoping to be.
and then go sleep tonight at like 8 o'clock?
So I couldn't do that.
No, I couldn't do that. If I sleep in the day, I'm up all night. What a great skill to have, though, to be honest.
So you could hear Will talking to one of my farmer's sons. I've got two twins, they're both 16, so yeah, having a little bit of a conversation with one of them. I don't know which one's which, so I can't give you an answer to that. But let's carry on with this trim. So you can clearly see there is a big hole here. At some point, potentially a stone's got in there, but I would imagine with the amount of turning and little steps that they have on this farm, it just wedged its way in and tracked its way up, and that is what's caused this massive hole. And hopefully we're going to make this girl feel massively more comfortable.
Well, they were both the same, and then one of us had toes and then the other one had foot.
So this issue is now tracked way further down than I was actually expecting. I presumed that it was going to have gone from the original black spot and tracked its way up, but this has tracked its way up and it's tracked its way down, and it is almost a complete sole fracture, which is something we really don't see that often, and they are the trickiest trims and the most challenging ones to do. But this must have been like this, I would say, a good week, because she's not bothered. You know, this is causing her no discomfort at all. The infection's got in, it's worked its way out, she's clearly been pretty comfortable with it. And yeah, as you can see, this girl, incredibly calm, really chilled. We're going to clean this hoof up and make sure there's nothing left to trim away, but then we're going to bandage her with salicylic acid and a little bit of iodine and send her on her way, and we will see how this gal walks out after this treatment.
Right, let's see her walk. Cool, she's walking out lovely. We actually used to see loads of this issue, this white line, but now we've rubber matted this farm. We see a lot of white line, a lot of necrotic toes. We couldn't work out where it was from. Now, all gone, all because of that rubber. 104. Whoa, you guys can clearly see we've got a long journey ahead of us to try and make sure this cow is fully recovered and feeling much, much better. Now, if you like this video, make sure smash that subscribe button, and we will catch you guys on the next video. And fingers crossed, over the next few months, we are a little bit behind with content, but fingers crossed, we're going to be seeing this gal very, very soon. So smash that subscribe, and we will see you guys next week on the next video. Let's go.